it's been kind of a crazy week. Trump's first week in office he's just doing a ton of shit, executive orders on a bunch of crazy stuff. But recently he proposed an executive order on his oh so big, beautiful, brilliant southern wall that he's going to build to stop immigration from the border. Okay. Alright, look. The wall itself. Take the component of the wall. Minus the fact that he's doing it partly because he's a bigot. I have no qualms with the wall itself. I have no qualms with you wanting to stop illegal immigration. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think anybody would be for illegal immigration. But if you block people with a wall who would just be trying to escape drug violence or shitty oppressive governments, then you have to compromise. So those people escaping those shitty, oppressive, drug-ridden with violence because of drugs governments, what you're going to have to do is make it easier for them to come in legally. And then the people who are already here, that's another issue. So now, for one issue, you want the wall. I want them to be legally admitted easier than what the system is calling for now. Now you take the people who are already here, the 11 million or so who are already here, even after Obama's 2.5 million deportations that he did in his tenure as president. Ones with criminal backgrounds and criminal history, you deport them. The ones who pay taxes and work, you grant them amnesty. Or if you don't want to go to amnesty, you get them a pathway to an easy to pathway to citizenship. Simple, easy, 100%. You're going to become a citizen with very little roadblocks, because if they're here and they're working and they're paying their taxes, most of these immigrants come because of expired visas. Most of these illegal people just have expired visas. So it's not like they're bringing drugs, they're criminals, they're killers, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people. He got it backwards. I say this all the time, he got it backwards. If he had said, look, we got a problem with illegal immigrants. A lot of them are coming here illegally. And some, I assume, are bringing drugs, and they're rapists and they're killers, then we wouldn't have a problem. We would agree. I would agree with Trump. And that doesn't make me a racist or a bigot like some people on the left say, oh, you agree with Trump, you're a racist, you're a bigot, no questions asked. No. If he had said it the way I said it, where he's like, there's some illegal immigration, and we got a problem, we got to fix that, and some are bringing drugs and criminals and rapists, and we don't want that, then I would agree. But he said, some, I assume. He's not even sure about it. He's so bigoted that he's not even sure. He can't say, and some are good people. He has to say, some, I assume, are good people. He's not even 100% confident that there are good Mexicans out there. That blows my mind. Okay, now for the whole Republican Party in general, for electing a crazy man like Trump, they're always concerned about how Obama blew up the debt. Obama blew up the debt. They never tell you he cut the deficit, which leads to the debt, which means that he cut the deficit, which makes the debt grow it makes the debt grow at a slower pace because he cut the deficit. All of a sudden, this border wall is going to cost $15 trillion. I'm assuming over the course of a decade. But $15 trillion over the course of a decade. And Republicans dare to look at you in the eye and say they're for you. Not only that, they dare to look at you in the eye and they say, oh, we can't do universal health care. Oh, we can't increase teacher salaries. Infrastructure. Oh my God, we can't do an infrastructure bill. Oh my God, we have no clean water in Flint. We're the richest country on earth and there's no fucking clean water in Flint. They look at you and say, we don't have the money for that, but then all of a sudden, Trump's in office for less than a week or just about a week, and all of a sudden, boom, $15 trillion. We got no idea where this is coming from. It's apparently going to come from a 20% increase or tax on Mexican imported goods, which could spark a trade war, which would then lead to them cutting off their trade with us. And you say, well, it's just Mexico. We get like $598 billion, $398 billion from them. We give them in goods and services. No, I'm sorry, those are the wrong numbers. It's $298 million we get from them in goods and services. $298 million. We give them about $260 million in goods and services. So you want to lose $290 million worth of goods because of a border wall? By the way, immigration from the southern border is at a net. It's net zero. Some polls even say it's at a net loss of immigrants coming from Mexico to the United States. So, look, the Republicans are all fiscally conservative until it's their guy in there, and they want to spend money on border walls, and they want to spend money on war, and then we have a segment later where Trump's going to increase the military. So they're not fiscally conservative. It's one of the biggest lies a Republican can tell you is that they're fiscally conservative. Okay, whatever. All right, final point. I've said it before, okay? Trump went out there and he did a good campaign. He got out there, he made news, he made fun of Mexicans saying that they were rapists and killers. Then he went on to war heroes who were captured. He said, he's a war hero because he was captured. Believe me, I like my heroes who weren't captured. Okay, believe me, tremendous. Then he went on to Muslim ban on all Muslims, which he already did, which I'm not going to cover, but he already did. And then he went on saying the Trump tapes leaked of him saying, "I grab women by the pussy. I don't even wait. I don't wait for consent. I just do it. I moved on her like a bitch. I just do it." Those are all direct quotes from those videos. So he went after the people, especially with the refugees and the illegal immigrants. Specifically, I make this point too. He went after the people with no power. Republicans go out there and say, "Oh my God, they're taking our jobs." Yeah, because your kids who were white and born into privilege don't want to work for 12, 14, 16 hours and make $3 an hour. They'd much rather work at McDonald's and get $8.25 an hour. So yeah, they're doing the jobs that your privileged kids didn't want to do, that us privileged Americans don't want to do. They're the problem. They steal our jobs. They're the problem. They bring drugs. They're the problem. They kill. They're the problem. They're the problem. They're the problem. And I make this point specifically about the Muslim refugees and the Mexican illegal immigrants. How can you go up there with a straight face and blame people who have no money and no power and no input and no ability to change how our democracy functions? They have no money, they have no power, they have no input on our democracy, and they can't significantly change how our democracy functions and works. But Wall Street and Big Pharma and Big Oil, turn a blind eye. Oh, I appointed 5 Goldman Sachs employees to my cabinet. Oh, Rex Tillerson, CEO of ExxonMobil, get in here, you're going to be Secretary of State. These people are the real danger, are the real power. Steve Mnuchin got in trouble for saying, "Oh, yeah, I'm so rich, I forgot to disclose $1 million in assets." But you're going to sit there and blame the people with no money and no power and just the clothes on their back, and they have no input on how our democracy works and functions, and they can't significantly change it. They're the problem. You're going to sit there and you're going to tell me the people with no power, they're the problem, but people with all the power, or people with no power, they're the problem, but people with all the power, they're not the problem.